Just bad the young lady lost her life. But, you know, we do have to take into account that her boyfriend did shoot at the cops and shot a cop. So, like I say, even though I'm really sorry she lost her life, I don't think that we can just say we can put this in the same situation with George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery. I just don't believe that.
Charles Barkley. For the life of me, I just don't understand why do you utilize your voice to be in contrast with every black tragedy that happens? What is it that you feel the need? What makes you feel the need to be the voice that speaks out against black people all the time? Like, it's so confusing. Like, do you hate being black that much? Does it bother you that people know that you black? Are you trying to fit in to capitulate to white America that much? Do you need to utilize? Because sometimes you don't gotta say shit. Sometimes when you just don't know something, you just don't say anything. Sometimes when you just saying, you know what, I might have an opinion that might be contrary to the upliftment of my people, or us actually getting the shit that we've been denied for 400 years. So you know what? Let me just not say that. Let me just keep my opinion because it's not conducive to the growth of my people. Let me just not say something. But that's never your position. You always utilize your voice to be contrast to what we're dealing with. First of all, Charles, to speak about a man who shot at the police officer, let's talk about the legality of it. Because if we're going to talk about it, this wasn't a man who shot at a police officer. He shot at someone who broke into his home unannounced. And he had the legal right to shoot at someone who busted in his home. He shot one warning shot where that ricocheted off a floor and hit an officer. So when you have these conversations, don't just say he shot at a cop. The cop did not. I repeat, he did not announce himself. He did not make it known that he was a police officer. So this man shot to protect his home, in which he had every lawful right to do, Charles Barkley. According to you, we're not supposed to protect our home. We're not supposed to make sure our woman in our home is safe. That man did what any person of sound mind would have did that heard somebody busting in his door in the middle of the night. So when you utilize your voice, have a conversation about some shit that you know. You just so okay with black people dealing with anything. You just okay with them just killing us, because in order for us to be justified in anything, they have to be killing us completely. We can't fight back, If we fighting for our lives or we trying to protect ourselves, then we're in the wrong. Well, you're just supposed to sit there. If the cops, they pull you over and they grabbing you and they throwing you to the floor, just fall. And if you fall and you just fall and you don't have any resistance, and you don't try to fight for your life, or you don't try to protect your being, and you don't try to protect your family, then, okay, it's justified. But if you try to protect yourself, if you utilize the law that they gave you to protect yourself, then, hey, that's how it goes. You can't shoot at the cops, even if they don't announce themselves, even if they just did kick in your door, even if it is in the middle of the night and you don't know who they are. You're not supposed to do anything to protect yourself, but they made the law that you can shoot a warning shot, or you can shoot at somebody busting you, because it's supposed to be able to be happening. But you saying it can't happen for black people. Charles, it's a disgrace that you constantly utilize that platform and that voice to speak against black people. And sometimes a mother's grieving. A mother lost her child. And sometimes you just need to shut up, Charles. Just need to shut up and just say, you know what, I'm going to sit this one out. Every situation you don't have to comment on. You could have just said it's this bad situation and I'm sorry she lost her life. But the rest of the shit you didn't have to comment on. It's just as bad as Ahmaud Arbery. It's just as bad as George Floyd. A woman was in her house who committed no crime, who did nothing wrong, and she was killed by a police officer who recklessly shot through her windows, through her walls, who would have killed her little sister if she was home. These officers it was reckless abandonment for the law. It was reckless in general. It was a criminal act. And how you know it was a criminal act? Because they said it was criminal for the shots that missed. You know, the shots that didn't kill her, the shots that didn't go into her, the shots that went into a white person's home. That's where the criminal activity was. So they're just telling you that black lives don't matter, that a black body is of no consequence. So Charles, sometimes you just need to shut up and let the people that's doing the work do the work. You ain't got to be for us, but don't hurt us. If you ain't going to help us, Charles, just stop hurting us.